What's up, guys? I'm gonna shoot this quick video real quick to show you guys what I did to fix my issues after trying to change the tire size on a 2024 F250. From my understanding, there's people that have this issues on 2023s, 4s, 5s, and 6s. Part of this video is made from information from a different guy on a forum where I'm going to post this video. He got me in the right direction for the cruise control to get repaired, or corrected, I should say. The other stuff kind of figured out, not necessarily on my own, but talking to other tuners and diesel shops. But there's just not a lot of guidance on how to do this. The only way I have figured out how to fix this issue is by using a program called ForScan. It's a free program. It's not that difficult to use. It's just there's not a lot of instructions on the internet. There's tons of directions in terms of what to do to fix certain things or turn certain things on or off, but they don't really tell you the directions on how to get there. So what I'm going to do is walk you guys through ForScan and how it works, but basically what I'm going to do is explain how to fix the adaptive cruise control not working anymore because I was trying to change the tire size, the service engine soon, the service 4x4 soon, and the pre-collision assist or warning system fault. Your cruise control will not work with the pre-collision fault. You guys can skip faster or forward on this video, but quick explanation. When you level the truck, lift the truck, whatever, put bigger tires on the truck, etc., what happens is the front camera above your rear view mirror is no longer in alignment with the radar sensor that's on the driver's side of your forward bumper. It's a plastic cap. You get a flathead screwdriver, pop out the plastic cap. You've got a torque bit. E6 is the size, and I can't remember the ratchet size for the nut, but I'll put all that in the description. You're able to undo the nut, put the torque bit on, and screw in or screw out. And basically what you have to do is you have to get a little leveler, which I'll put that in the description as well. It's all in the forum description already, but you basically have to go to a perfectly flat ground and you have to align the level vertically. So you stick it straight up and down, and you need your bubble. So, if it's like this, you lift your truck, you need to bring it down. You need to keep that flat. If your truck's like this and it's flat, can't even do that with my wrist. When you lift it, you have to angle it back down to be perpendicular to a flat ground. That doesn't fix the cruise control right out the gate. You got to use the ForScan. So I'm gonna get this laptop fired up. I'm gonna explain it to you, and we'll go from there. Just bear with me for 1 second. All right. I had to go out and buy this laptop. This laptop is, I don't know, 120 bucks. It's nothing special. This cord, they're anywhere from 100 bucks to 20 bucks. I think this one was 20. It really doesn't matter. So all you got to do, download ForScan online. It is free. I can put the link in the description, or you can just Google ForScan and it'll bring you to the web page. There's a paid version. There's a 30-day trial run. Just sign up for the 30-day trial run. It's free. It does not matter. So plug in the cord to the OBD2 down here. It's a USB. There is a Bluetooth version. I've never used it. Can't tell you anything about it. All right. We are in. Turn your truck on without starting it. Boom. All right. Let's adjust this. I'm going to turn off all this crap. Open up ForScan. See if I can get a little breeze coming through here. All right. first thing that's going to come up is this stuff. I don't need to worry about that. Ignition key is in the on position, yada, yada, yada. All right, so what it is doing right now is running through. This is what they don't tell you. Right here, found a recorded profile. Would you like to load a profile? No. Is the vehicle recognized properly? Yes. The issue I had in the beginning, I'm going to explain all this, but I could not fix the cruise control because I could not get to a cruise control module and an all-wheel drive module. You're going to see it in here in a second. Right here, cruise control module, CCM, and whenever it comes up, all-wheel drive module. That was not coming up. I'm not saying it's not going to come up for you, but that was not coming up whenever I was trying to do all of this when I kept loading my truck's profile. So what it's doing is the software is communicating with the truck through every module, right? I'm not going to save this profile. So to fix this, I have 37-inch Toyos, right? Doesn't matter with 37. From the forums and the searching, there's a YouTube video of a guy that tells you how to fix this. It does work. It didn't work on my truck. So I'm going one step further. This is like an addition. If it doesn't work on his video, come here and watch this. What he did is he came into this little square, configuration and programming. You have PCM, TCM, you have the cruise control module, you have the body control module, all-wheel drive module. Once again, all-wheel drive module, cruise control module would not come up if you loaded a profile for me. Not saying it's the same for you. All right, so we're going to fix your speedometer. You have 37s, you're going, I don't know, 72, and you're actually going 80 now. So you come in here where it says body control module configuration. Highlight it. Click on this little play button. It's reading everything. You've got all these things you can change. Body control module is absolutely enormous, people. There's a lot. Anyway, click on filter, click in tire. You will see tire circumference right here. Boom. This is the 37-inch tire. I do not know what the stock was. I think it was like 25, 32, 38. Do not quote me. I do not know. I would highly recommend before you change anything, you take a picture of what it was. So you're going to highlight that, click Edit Selected. If you have, and I'm going to stress this, please listen. If you have a 37-inch tire, this is your number, okay? 2799. Once you change that, you click the check right here. I'm not going to click the check because mine's all good. Click the check. Nothing has changed with your truck. You have to write it. This is changing your body control module, which is about to throw everything out of whack. So if your speedometer's off, you have no check engine lights, maintenance lights and all that, and you're not really concerned, and you drive with Waze up or something, that's fine. If you get nervous right here and you don't want to do this, I completely understand. It took me about 4 weeks to figure this out. Hopefully it works for you. Write it. After that, you're going to get some stuff. It's no big deal. You'll probably get your check engine lights and all that. The next thing you do is you click this stop button, stop service procedure. Come back into configuration and programming. You're going to scroll all the way to the top. PCM. You have 3 PCMs. You have the configuration, the as-built, and the initialization relearned from central configuration. You want that. You're going to click on this button. You're going to click on play. Play is going to start it. It's going to come up with a window. Blah, 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 blah. You're going to click OK if you have the check engine lights or maintenance lights. At any point in time, you can start your truck after changing your body control module circumference, I guarantee you, you're going to have a check engine light and all that crap. Turn your truck back off. Turn the accessory power on. If those codes are present, you will do this. Okay. I don't need it right now, so I'm not going to click it, but this is the order. PCM module initialization, yada, yada, yada. Play. Follow the instructions and the prompts. Right after doing that, you're going to come in here and do the TCM module initialization, etc., etc. Follow the instructions. Then you're going to come down to the all-wheel drive module initialization, relearn from central configuration. So what happens is when you change the circumference in your tires, your body control module says you have 37s, but your transmission control module, and I guess it's your power control module, I have no idea, it doesn't really matter to me, but that one is still on stock. Your transmission control module is still on stock, and your four-wheel drive or your all-wheel drive is still on your stock tire size. So one computer is saying 37s, the other three are saying, hey, there's a mismatch, this isn't making sense. You're saying 37, we fixed the speedometer, but I'm showing smaller tires, I don't want to use four-wheel drive, I don't want to use my anti-lock brakes, something's off, blah 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 blah. You're just syncing them all up to think alike. It's not that big a deal. Once you do this and you do all these in step, you will come to the DTC page. You will click reset DTCs. You will power cycle your engine, and your code should be cleared. Now you might have the pre-collision and cruise control still. Once you've fixed your speedometer and all that, and you have aligned your sensor, you're going to come over here. You're going to start your truck. You're going to drive to an interstate that is flat. You're going to get on the on-ramp if it is safe to do so, and you will pull over in the emergency lane, and you will come here to service functions, and this is the part that I could not find right here. Calibrate cruise control sensors. Follow the instructions, hop on the interstate, go drive. For whatever reason, my truck does it faster at night than during the day. It took me a couple tries. You do not want to be in a place that has red lights, stop signs, turnarounds, hills, dips, like tunnels, if you will. What this is doing, it is looking at the lines and the dashes in the road. It is looking at signs. It is looking at all kinds of stuff on the learn. And it's pretty much building a little picture of what it needs to sense at this point to help stay in its lane and to drive straight. That's all I can think of. You do it, there's a little bar, it tells you 99%, and then it freezes. You keep driving, and then like after 2, 3, 5 minutes, something like that, it just, boom, rewrites it, and then your cruise control should work. I don't know how else to explain it. It's pure magic. I'm linking this video to the forum post. The forum post has the instructions, exact instructions. It's been about a week and a half, 2 weeks since I've done this. Just follow the posts on the forum. Ask questions. There's a few people on there that know tons and tons more about this than I do, but this is how I fixed it. And to prove it, all right, that light is because I have everything turned off up here. I don't even know how to do this anymore. Vehicle, no. How do you do this stuff? There we go. Right here. Pre-collision is off. If I turn it on, the light goes away. I have no check engine lights. I have none of that crap. I'm going to turn it back off. Boom, it's on. I don't want the truck braking for me. So we can go into DTCs, clear all the codes. Boom. There you go. cycle engine, turn it back on, but no codes. The truck is turned off right now, so I still have some, but yeah, no codes. And that is it. Real quick to show you. Turn this crap off. I hate hearing all this. Oh, I forgot to show you something. All right, so when you connected this is kind of important. You're going to press this button right here, connect the vehicle. Whenever you're done with everything, so it saves. I didn't make any changes, so it doesn't really matter, but you click this disconnect button. All right, so last thing I'm going to show you. Right here is your radar sensor. There's a little hole right here. Shove a flat head, and look, you're not pushing it in deep or anything. You're just kind of putting it in there, lifting up a little bit, and you'll feel a big piece of plastic, which is this middle, and you've got this flap. You can kind of see it bending. You put your flat head in there, and you just pull easy, and it pops off, and then the rest of this is just clips. Okay. There's 3 screws. There's going to be 2 here, boom, and then 1 over here. I might have it backwards, I don't remember, but boom, boom, no big deal. And then you adjust it, your little leveler. The link is going to be in the description. And yeah, you'll see, guys. Hope that helps.